this video, I talk about the secret in flipping sports cards that nobody is talking about. For the past 2 years, buying and selling graded cards proved to be almost easy money. You would buy a card, turn around and sell it for 2x, 3x, a month later, 2 months later, 3 months later. All that led us to believe that buying and flipping sports cards was a lucrative endeavor. But now those times have changed. And the narrative has flipped. No longer can you buy a PSA 10 2018 Prism Trae Young for $250, turn it around and sell it for $400. No longer can you buy a 2019 Topps Fernando Tatis Jr. PSA 10 for $150 and then turn it around and sell it for $300. We are led to believe that that train is long gone. But what if I told you you could still flip base cards, but you would need to look at it from a different angle? A lot of people pivoted away from your common graded base cards, unnumbered parallels, and where did they shift their focus to? Low pop cards and numbered parallels. The rare commodities, because that's what we're being told is where the big money lies. If you want to make huge gains in this market, in this hobby, your best bet is to put your money into low pop cards or numbered parallels. Now here's what I've come to realize, that if you want to dabble in the low pop space, in the numbered parallel space, you're gonna need deep pockets because those things don't come cheap. And that could be due to the rarity factor, the fact that there's not that many of those types of cards in existence. And if there's an increase in demand in those types of cards, then of course those prices will tend to rise. And if you don't have the deep pockets to dabble in that area, what do? What do you turn to? How are you able to still make profit or still make money flipping sports cards? And that's where the value box and the dollar boxes come into play. And that is part of the secret of flipping sports cards. Now, if you've been paying attention to my past videos, you'll come to recognize that I've been placing a heavy emphasis on buying cards from the value and dollar boxes. So when I go to these local card shows, I'm going past the graded cards, I'm going past the showcases and just mainly focusing on those dollar boxes, on those value boxes. Because I figured if I can find a card for 50 cents to $1 and then turn around and sell them for $2 to $3, then that's a pretty good healthy margin right there in terms of ROI percentages. Now I know the dollar amount isn't there. It's not like turning 25 to 50 or 50 to 100, and that's not sexy. But if you do this in volume and you do this every day and you're making sales every day, it can add up, and it can add up quickly. So that's the secret right there. The secret lies within those value boxes and those dollar boxes. And here's the kicker that I don't think many people recognize, because it's a psychological factor there. Because everyone is talking about buying low pop cards, buying numbered parallels, subconsciously we're being told that base cards are junk. Base cards are worthless. So obviously what's happening here is that if you can't make a large profit off of base cards or off of these non-numbered parallels, where do they go? In those value boxes, in those dollar boxes, for me to go through and pick. And like I said in my last video, when you're selling those types of cards, you're actually casting a wider net to more prospective buyers. And as you're making these sales daily in quantity, in volume, then like I said earlier, that stuff really adds up to where you can get a steady stream of income every week from flipping and selling sports cards, especially these low dollar cards. This is something that I would consider if you want to use this as a side hustle, because that's what I do. I work a 9-to-5 job. I work full-time, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. I got other financial responsibilities. I have a wife, I have kids, I have a mortgage, I have bills to pay. So a lot of my money that I make from my normal job goes to those things, the essentials in life. I have a small budget to work with on the collectible space. So I had to think to myself, how am I able to generate some extra income or an extra line of income to be able to allow me to play in this space and do the things that I enjoy? And that's where flipping low-end sports cards comes into play. Like I said, not many people talk about this, or not many people talk about the logistics or the thought process of how this may help people learn how to flip sports cards or help people generate a second stream of income. And that's the thing. As the narrative gets pushed towards buying low pop cards and numbered parallels and rarity, outgoes a lot of those low end cards that may be worth $2, $3, $5 that are being placed in these value boxes in which you can get them for like $1. And if you could turn it around and sell it for a healthy profit margin, and you do that in volume, you'll be on your way to generating a nice stream of steady income to help fund more additional purchases, or to be able to use that funds and reinvest it back into your business or into your eBay store like I'm doing right there. That's pretty much it. That's the secret to flipping sports cards that no one is talking about. I hope you guys found some value in this. If you guys did, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. And with that being said, my name is Josh, and this is Josh Unboxed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.